Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. I am ridiculously excited for today's video. I feel like this has been such a long time coming, but in reality, it's been like a week and a half coming. But today I am going to be reviewing everything with the new Melt and Mary Jane collection. So this was released on a secret sale. They always call it a secret sale, but it just means that there's like a limited amount available. On April 2nd, I snagged it as fast as humanly possible, and I'm really excited I did because it apparently sold out in like minutes. And then it was fully released on April 8th again, and it's already in Sephora stores. You can already buy the palette, but I'm gonna be talking about all the different products in here, but I haven't even touched the goodies inside yet, except to take pictures because I wanted to take pictures without my grubby little handprints and anything. I am really excited to try all this on my eyes, especially because if you've watched my channel at all, I am a warm-toned eyeshadow lover, okay? This is going to be the very first, ladies and gentlemen, the first cool-toned eyeshadow palette I have, okay? It's a big deal. This is Melt's fourth 420 collection. They have done the 420 collection. They did Smoke Sessions. They did the Hot Box collection, and now Mary Jane. So this is just their thing. If you are really not into smoking or anything like that, that's cool. You can skip on this video. I'm not going to be offended in any way. I personally don't smoke, but I'm all for people who smoke. Go for it. You do you. It should be decriminalized. But nonetheless, I'm here for the makeup in this. So let's get into it. First, let me show you the whole collection. It's really, really beautiful, and you can see there's glitter in the words Mary Jane, and I love the smoky artwork on the outside. Really cool. Now, the first thing you do is open up the top here, and you've got, the Mary Jane logo, but then you also have this beautiful, beautiful shot. So this is by Jordan Liberty. He did both the makeup and the photography for this collection. And what I think is really cool is that for this shot in particular, he didn't use really like special effects in After Effects. He didn't use Photoshop kind of thing. This was done through just a prism lens. How rad is that? It is just so cool. He said he used a prism lens and then he kind of stitched the images together, but some more info on the back. But here is the full collection. So we have an eyeshadow palette. We have 3 glitter pots, which are a brand new product, and it did come with a pipe. I don't personally smoke, but I'm going to be passing that on to a friend who is going to greatly enjoy it. So also in the box, we have a little drawer inside, or I'm just bracing it against my face, as one does. And we have some tissue paper. Very exciting. But it also came with this really cool acrylic stash tray. You can see the design. I'm not going to personally be using this to hold massive amounts of marijuana. I'm just going to be using this for probably jewelry or things like that. But I really like it. And as always with Melt, I love the packaging. I know that packaging doesn't matter to a lot of people. That's rad. If it doesn't matter to you, more power to you. But it does matter to me and I really enjoy it. So let's talk pricing real quick. The whole package where you got the box, you got the palette, the 3 glitter pots, the pipe, the stash tray, all of that retailed for $135. But if you're just interested in all of the makeup, just the makeup, the palette retails for $58 and the glitter pots retail for $19 each. So that is only $115 if you want just the makeup. I essentially paid $20 extra to get the PR kit, the stash tray, everything like that, which is funny because it's like I paid $20 extra for a pipe I'm not going to smoke and a stash tray I'm not going to use for the weeds. Do I regret it? Not for a second. I did look, and this collection is vegan, and Melt is, of course, cruelty-free. I looked, though, and the ingredients in the palette, they do have both mica and talc. So a lot of people have some allergic reactions to products with talc in them, so be careful of that. And also, a lot of people choose not to purchase products that have mica in them. So if that's something that you are interested in, I just wanted to provide you with the information. All right, notes are going down. Let's dig in to this lovely. My hair is going flat every 30 seconds and I'm not having it. First, let's talk about the Mary Jane eyeshadow palette. The outer carton is metallic and just looks really pretty and really cool. In the background, it's kind of hard to see, but there's sort of a swirl of smoke. I love it. And the actual palette is too damn cool. So you again have the smoky vibes, but then you've got these letters where it's kind of hard to see, but the glitter moves around in the word Mary Jane. And then we have the inside. So we have 10 shades, which is fairly normal for a melt palette. We have a mix of mattes, metallics, and shimmers. This is the first cool toned neutral palette I have ever had. Now, usually in my videos, I will show you all dupes of this compared to other things in my collection, but this genuinely is the first cool tone neutral palette I have. Like, maybe I have some of these shadows somewhere else, but for the most part, these are going to be personally unique to my collection. So my friend Jabemi did a whole bunch of dupes on her channel for this palette. I'm going to link her video down below. Take a look at it if you're interested in dupes, especially if you're interested in dupes compared to previous melt collections or the Natasha Denona Glam palette. She has a ton of great dupes, so I'm going to point you to her video for that. But let's do some swatches. I usually do live swatches, but I'm just going to show you a still image here on the screen to show you how these perform. And the way that I always do my swatches is I do one swipe in the pan with my finger and then one swipe on my arm. I don't like to go back and forth or pack it on really heavily. But also I want you to know swatches don't always mean that the palette is amazing or terrible. What's important is how it's going to perform on your eyes, on your face, wherever you choose to put these eyeshadows, not so much how it looks with one swipe on your arm. But I know I personally still like seeing swatches, and I know you guys do too, so I wanted to put this in here for you. All right, so I did just tell you that swatches are not the end-all be-all, and I do still stand by that, but I do have to, oh, I got some on my arm. That's gross. Why is it gross if I get it there, but you know what? Never mind. I do have to say the swatches, I was a little disappointed in some of the colors. So especially Mary Jane, which is over here, and Kali, which is over here. They almost felt like they had hard pan. And this is when I'm telling you, I just opened this, I just touched it. It was very hard to get pigment from either of them. Like, you can barely see them. Also, Mari, which is here, which is just a matte sort of cool tone taupe. You can't even see it at all. There's nothing there. And I will admit, for that one, I went back a second time and swiped it a second time and put it on. You still can't see it. Again, these could look beautiful on my eyes, but I just want to give you the whole shebang. Now for the glitter pots, I feel like it's a little bit different. So they do suggest that you apply these with your finger. So I kind of do expect the swatches here to look the same as they would on my eyes, but let's look at all three. Pothead is described as a true sparkling silver. Burnout is a lucid faded copper, and Hybrid is a multi-dimensional gunmetal. And here on the screen are swatches of all three. These are interesting because the glitter base on these does feel very wet, and there are several sizes of glitter in here. So you have larger hexagon-shaped glitters and you have really teeny glitters, but overall I feel like they really do make a cool addition to the melt line. I am really curious to see how these work out. Also, curious to see how easily, so they come off fairly easily as well. I normally take glitter off, to be honest, with a piece of tape so that I'm not washing it down the drain and I am just throwing it away, because otherwise it goes right into the ocean. I know how people feel about glitter, but I want to try this stuff on my face. So I will also say that for the glitter pots, they do say that they have some ingredients in them that have not been approved by the FDA, and they do not suggest them for use in the eye area. Use at your own risk is what I'd say. The United States is really weird with our restrictions, and this kind of thing is probably approved in every other country but ours. I'm going to be using these on my eyes. Use at your own discretion though. If you're nervous, don't use them around your eyes, but I'm going to live on the wild side. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to walk on the wild side here, and immediately I want to go for the golds and the browns and anything that has a hint of warmth to it. I'm going to try to go for the more cool tone shades. A cool tone look, why am I so nervous? First color I'm going to take is Mari. Now remember, this is the color that gave me a little bit of trouble when I was doing swatching. Let's see, okay, there's powder on there. And look at that, see, there is pigment on here, so swatches are not the end-all be-all. This is a light color, but there is definitely pigment there. What is the first color that you all lay down? Like for me, it's always the kind of transition, but I feel like most people lay down the crease and then buff it out like with a transition color. What do you do first? This went on beautifully, very nice. Oh, let me just use my melt mirror. Can you tell I'm kind of a melt fangirl? Next, I'm going in with Rubia. I'm gonna take that on kind of a little bit of a more defined brush And this is gonna go in my crease and my outer corner. So fun fact, the password to get into the pre-sale was one of the colors name, which is, and I could be butchering the pronunciation, but Sinsemilla. It's Sinsemilla. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And I was sitting in front of my work computer, so I typed it in to my work computer. It's a strain of marijuana. So let's hope that they're not patrolling me too hard, because otherwise they're gonna be like, why is she Googling marijuana strains from work? I really like this color. This is like nice and deep with like one swipe. This is a great color, wow. All right, which metallic should I do? I want to shoot for this, but I'm gonna go here. Let's try this. I'm gonna go in with Bomba. This is so dark, okay. It's fine, it's fine, we're fine. This is so different for me, you guys. This really, really is. I'm trying. I'm also gonna go in with a detail brush and Bomba, and I'm gonna just pack that on in areas that maybe my finger couldn't get to. That sounds dirty. So this is definitely throwing me off a bit because it is so different, but I'm gonna stick just with those colors for now. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Rubia and just pass this under my eyes. I'm digging it. It's really pretty and the quality is really good. I'm also going to take a little teensy brush. Which one? Okay, I'll take this guy. And then I'm going in with the aforementioned Sinsemilla, which is the darkest shade in the palette. Just gonna run that real close to my lash line to kind of smoke it out just a little bit. I want to run some black liner, just pencil liner, in my tight line and my waterline. I'll be right back. All right, let's do some glitter. So I want to go in with Hybrid, which is this dark gunmetal, multi-dimensional color. I'm going to use it as they say. I'm going to try it with a finger first and just tapping it in. And then, oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. That instantly takes it to like rock and roll next level. I'm curious to see how these dry down though. Look at that glitter. Oh my goodness, that was so easy to do too. That's pretty awesome. Using the Melt Supernatural Mascara, which I believe is coming back. It's just not going to be in the Beetlejuice packaging. Okay, so after doing my mascara, I'm gonna let you know they do still feel kind of wet, the glitter part of it, but we're still gonna let that sit. Now I need to do blush. I feel like I want to go for a kind of bronzy look. I might go for, do I want Sundown? Let's go for Sundown. This is one of their newer cream blushes. I absolutely love these. I like using them with a brush personally, but you can just apply these with your fingers. This might be a little warm, but it's okay. All right, I'm gonna hop off I'm gonna hit myself in the face. All right, I'm gonna hop off one more time to do my lips and we'll be back and I will give you my first impressions on the Mary Jane collection. Okay, so here is the final look. I feel like I'm ready to go to a concert for the first time since 2019. I just wanna go to a concert. Let's talk about this collection. Okay, starting with the eyeshadow palette. As far as performance goes, everything I put on my eyes today went on beautifully. So I did use 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. And again, they went on beautifully. Now, to be fair, I did not try putting the 2 colors that were really difficult to swatch on my eyes. But again, just to show you, Mary Jane, I'm kind of digging my hand in right now and there's not much there. It almost feels like hard pan. Same thing, I'm gonna use a different finger. Cali feels definitely, no, Cali is definitely softer, a little bit more crumbly, but still. I really do think I'm gonna enjoy working with this palette. So it is not my everyday. Again, this is my first cool toned neutral palette, but I'm enjoying it. I think that the color story is really cool. I like how it's got that dingy, dirty kind of grunge look to it, because a lot of people were comparing this to like the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, which I think is more user-friendly. This one just has a little bit more dirt and grunge to it. The glitter pots, I've only used one on my eyes, but judging by the swatches, these are going to become a staple. My eyes have completely dried now and I don't feel like they're tight or anything like that. I had no fallout whatsoever and they're beautiful. I feel like they took this look to the nth degree. Like they are so just cool and like badass rock and roll. I really, really enjoy them. So what's my opinion? Should you get these? If you like cool toned shadows, I would absolutely 100% pick up this palette because there really is a cool mix in here. Cool toned, cool mix, yeah. Seriously though, these are really, really good colors and the color story is great. And as far as I can tell so far, the stuff I put on my eyes perform really well. If you are a human who is also a raccoon and you like shiny things, buy all the glitter pots, all of them. You need all of them. These are so cool. Like, look, I'm touching, nothing comes off. I'm gonna swipe, nothing comes off. I love these glitter pots. I love the glitter pots so freaking much. Do you need the whole kit? If you are a smoker, I think it's kind of a cool kit because you get the pipe is absolutely beautiful. The stash tray is really cool, but if you're not a smoker, do you need the whole kit? Probably not. Do I regret buying it? Not for a second. So that's it. I want you to let me know down below, what do you think of this collection? What do you think of the quality of it? What do you think of the color story? Is it something you're into? Because honestly, like, oh, I kind of can't stop staring at this. Like my eyes look like freaking disco balls. I said balls. But that's it. I would love if you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it helped you to make any decisions. Links for all these products will be down below in the description box. I am dying to know your thoughts, but you all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. But as always, and forever, and forevermore, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.